Here we go. Feeding the culture. I am due for a podcast this week, but I've also been simultaneously working on a project that will be the first announcement of today's podcast. So, for the culture. And we're live! Pop out chat or live chat, whatever. Okay, oh, I should add another. I guess has reached out. Okay, so I mean, basic rhyme and reason. We're just gonna go through all the motions. Just pretend that nobody's watching. Announcements. Deegs and Dr. Tulung. Whatever happens. It's a project with a potential release of next Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025. It is a 6-track. It's me rapping over a... Technically, it's a 5-track beat tape with the intro. And that's what I've been writing to throughout the whole August. Next announcement. A guest has reached out for a podcast request. I will wait patiently until something happens. There's your announcement. Inquiries. No inquiries. Mentions. Here we go with the mentions category. 2 people wanted to bring this to my attention. Bring these to my attention for some reason. I don't really have it. I looked at these for a little bit. I don't know what to say. Is this copyright? I hope this is transformative. I'll try to make it transformative. The caption says, these adult onset dumbbells are the biggest snowflakes. The F your feelings crowd is so easily triggered. They stomp and shout about cancel culture and their freedom of speech, but then try to intimidate and bully peaceful protesters, in this case all women, into silence. That one influencer from Lowell, Massachusetts sure is massing up New Hampshire Karen Ayotte. Do better, dude. Your blood pressure will thank you.
Annihilate you! Every fucking one of you!
Goodbye, loser!
You're the loser, buddy! You're the loser! Tax the rich, no kings.
Why are we breaking?
We're here with the Common Sense Brigade.
We live and we have the most never destroying our property.
I'm friends with the rich! I don't want to tax the rich! Hey, Lefty, have a nice day.
You're looking for a sign?
Yeah, where's the one that says to kill the president?
There is none. There are none of those. There are no kill the president signs. I don't know who's telling. Alrighty. Oh, I got a video going. I'm not new at this. Air Force. 23 years.
I was 20 years a Navy wife. So
I also have 10 other veteran friends that joined me. Dude, that's a stupid argument.
Oh, I didn't turn on... Bloop! There we go. Not that there was anything for me to look at. Or... Not that my face would reveal anything, but...
Get rid of the item on the menu. That's where it comes from, dude. Yeah, hello, it's none of your business. Go away. Go away. Go away.
This was Monday?
You bore me. You bore... Oh.
Okay. That's the sentiment of the video. Next. This is a report. Unless I talk about pro wrestling for a second. I guess there's a mention. Or a thought. AJ... Yeah. Okay, another mention that someone wanted to bring to my attention. Zoe Hussein, MSN Zoe Hussein, titled, University of Kentucky cheerleader 21 arrested after her newborn is found dead inside of a black trash bag in closet. A University of Kentucky student and competitive cheerleader was arrested after the body of her newborn was found stuffed inside a garage bag. My motor skills are different. Inside a garbage bag tossed in a closet, according to authorities and reports. Laken Snelling, 21, was cuffed Sunday after cops were called about an unresponsive baby at a residence near campus grounds in Lexington. The Lexington Police Department said in a statement. Officers found the infant wrapped in a towel inside of a black trash bag in a closet, according to a police report obtained by WLWT. Snelling was confirmed to be the dead baby's mother. The newborn was pronounced dead at the scene, police said. The cheerleader was interviewed by officers and admitted to giving birth, citing the police report. Lex 18 reported, citing the police report. The new mother has been charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant, cops said. Nearly all abortions have been illegal in the state since 2022. Snelling is listed as a member of the University of Kentucky stunt cheerleading team, according to the school's athletics website. She is currently a senior at the university and has served on the competitive team for the past 3 seasons, according to Lex 18. Wildcats. We can confirm that she has been a member of the stunt team for the last 3 seasons. All other questions should be directed to the Lexington Police, a university spokesperson told the outlet. Snelling is currently being held at the Fayette County Detention Center, records show. The cause of the infant's death is pending review by the Fayette County Coroner's Office, police said. The University of Kentucky did not respond to the Post's request for comment by the time of publication. This is the second of such stories I've seen in recent memory. There's this one, where is it? What's that channel? Where's that channel? Where's that channel? Where's that channel? Maybe if I look at my watch history? No, it doesn't matter. Basically, I've seen this... I've heard of a similar case before. I watched a video on it. Whoa. I watched a video on it. It was a case of a woman. She had her decomposing children in her car for over a year. In, you know, trash bags. Anyways, that's the mentions category complete. Here is now the thoughts section. AJ Lee returns to the WWE. Yay! Joins husband CM Punk. Today is Saturday. Friday Night SmackDown was last night. Emotional return. Excited to see what she brings to the women's division these days. As an early revolutionary. Okay, you already know what time it is. We're gonna read some news articles. Backup news articles, but I don't have anything else to talk about other than to report on the super serious stuff, and then whoever comes by through this podcast will do the lighthearted stuff. Or maybe I'll talk to ChatGPT for the rest of the of the podcast. Can I use my voice on ChatGPT? Will they respond back? Wait, let me try. Hey GPT.
Hello. Understood. Let's keep things straightforward and just focus on the content. Let's dive right in.
That's super laggy. I just tried it. Super laggy. Wow. That is a far cry from what I see on my iPad and my laptop. Okay, here are the backup articles. From Pew Research Center's Jonathan Evans. Kirsten Lesage.
Kirsten Leach.
Danish.
Kirsten Lesage.
Kirsten Lesage. And
Manolo Corichi.
Manolo Corici.
Manolo Corichi.
Manolo Corici. Or
Manolo Corici.
Manolo Corici. A report from the Pew Research Center, titled, Many Religious Nuns Around the World Hold Spiritual Beliefs. Around the world, many people who do not identify with any religion nevertheless hold a variety of spiritual and religious beliefs, including the belief that there is life after death, according to a Pew Research Center study of religiously unaffiliated adults in 22 countries. The number of adults who are religiously unaffiliated, describing themselves as atheists, agnostic, or nothing in particular, has climbed rapidly in the recent past across North America, Europe, parts of Latin America, and some countries in the Asia-Pacific region, such as Australia and South Korea. In general, religiously unaffiliated people are less likely to hold spiritual beliefs, less likely to engage in religious practices, and more likely to take a skeptical view of religion's impact on society than are Christians, Muslims, and people who identify with other religions. But sizable percentages of religiously unaffiliated adults, often called religious nuns, do hold some religious or spiritual beliefs, according to our nationally representative surveys of 22 countries with relatively large unaffiliated populations. The surveys... Is this a report? I will just do the first page. Yeah, I will just do the first page because then... I mean, look at the subheading, or look at the other headings. For example, in all 22 countries, about a fifth or more of nuns believe in life after death. The shares who say there is definitely or probably an afterlife range from 19% of unaffiliated adults in Hungary to 65% in Peru. In 7 of the 22 countries, 50% or more of all nuns believe in life after death. In addition, large shares of nuns in some countries say there is something spiritual beyond the natural world, even if we cannot see it. For instance, 61% of nuns, and I should preface the audio listeners, N-O-N-E-S, in Mexico and 65% in Brazil express this belief. Many religiously unaffiliated adults also express belief in God. This includes solid majorities of nuns in South Africa and several countries in Latin America, such as Brazil, Colombia, and Chile. Religiously unaffiliated adults in Europe and Australia are much less inclined to believe in God. Just 18% of nuns in Australia, 10% in Sweden, and 9% in Hungary are believers. In the United States, 45% of nuns say they believe in God, according to our 2023 survey. They believe in God, but they don't subscribe to a religion. Based on that thinking, could you define... they believe in God. Or maybe they don't believe that God or that Jesus Christ is God in human form. Maybe they don't believe that, but they believe in God. Or they just, maybe they don't subscribe to the Christian doctrine or the Christian mythos. There's probably a better word for that, but somebody will check me later. Another relatively common belief among people who do not affiliate with any religion is that animals can have spirits or spiritual energies. In Greece and several Latin American countries, at least 3/4 of nuns believe this. I'm thirsty. It might seem surprising that sizable shares of nuns express any religious or spiritual beliefs, yet non-belief isn't always the main reason people have no religious affiliation. In a 2023 survey we conducted in the US, 30% of nuns said an extremely or very important reason they are non-religious is that they have had bad experiences with religious people. About the same share who cited non-belief in God or a higher power as a key reason. Even more nuns said they are non-religious because they don't like religious organizations. Now, how many of that could you attribute to the Church of Scientology? How many nuns are secular? While sizable shares of nuns in these 22 countries hold spiritual or religious beliefs, some express a more consistently secular outlook, saying they believe neither in God nor in an afterlife, nor that there is something spiritual beyond the natural world. In Sweden, where 52% of adults are religiously unaffiliated, around half of nuns express non-belief in all three of these measures. Other places where relatively large shares of adults are nuns expressing such non-belief are Australia, the Netherlands, and South Korea. Meanwhile, in several countries in the Americas, a much smaller portion of the population can be described as consistently secular in this way. In Mexico, for instance, 20% of adults are nuns, but just 2% are nuns who express non-belief in the three measures analyzed here. The three measures yeah. These are the three measures analyzed here. They believe neither in God, an afterlife, and something spiritual beyond the natural world. Got it. In the US, 29% of adults have no religious affiliation, and nuns who consistently take secular positions on these three survey questions make up 8% of the US public. Do nuns partake in religious practices? Compared with the large percentages of nuns who hold religious beliefs, smaller shares tend to engage in the religious practices we asked about in this survey. For example, only about a fifth or fewer of nuns say they light incense or candles for spiritual or religious reasons in most of the 22 countries discussed in this report. In general, nuns are somewhat more likely to say they pray than to say they light incense or candles. However, in most of the studied countries, the nuns who pray tend to report that they do so infrequently, a few times a month or less often. For example, just 23% of German nuns say they ever pray. That includes 16% who pray a few times a month or less often, and 7% who say they pray weekly or more often. Overall, nuns are much less likely than religiously affiliated adults to engage in these practices. For instance, 72% of Christians in Germany say they ever pray, including 33% who pray at least weekly. These are among the key findings from a Pew Research Center analysis of 2023 to 2024 surveys conducted in 22 countries with samples of religious nuns that are large enough to analyze and report separately. We interviewed a total of more than 34,000 respondents in the 22 countries, including more than 10,000 who are religiously unaffiliated. What are the main subgroups of nuns? In nearly all of the 22 countries analyzed in this report, the largest subgroup of nuns is people who say their religion is nothing in particular, rather than those who identify as atheists or agnostic. Indeed, in most of the countries, especially in Latin America and Asia, the percentage of adults who would describe their religion as nothing in particular is higher than the share of atheists and agnostics combined. For instance, 12% of adults in Brazil say they have no particular religion, while 2% identify as agnostic and 1% say they are atheist. In Singapore, 16% of adults say their religion is nothing in particular, while 3% are atheist and 1% are agnostic. Of the 22 countries analyzed, only in Greece and Italy is atheism the most common affiliation among nuns. Agnostics are the smallest of the three groups that make up the nuns in 10 of the surveyed countries, including in Australia and several European and Asian countries. In the Netherlands, for example, 36% of adults say they have no particular religion, 14% are atheist, and just 3% are agnostic. In most of the countries analyzed, adults ages 18 to 39 are much more likely than older adults to identify as nuns. For instance, 72% of Japanese adults under 40 say they are atheist, agnostic, or nothing in particular, compared with 50% of older adults. In general, adults with more education are somewhat more likely than those with less education to be religiously unaffiliated. For example, 28% of Argentine adults who have at least a secondary education are nuns, compared with 18% of Argentines with less education. In 9 of the countries analyzed, men are more inclined than women to say they have no religion. In the United Kingdom, for example, 51% of men are nuns, compared with 40% of women. How important is religion to nuns? Perhaps unsurprisingly, most religiously unaffiliated people feel that religion plays only a minor role in their lives. The survey offered 4 options. Respondents could say religion is very important, somewhat important, not too important, or not at all important in their lives. In half of the 22 countries analyzed, at least 6 in 10 nuns give the least religious answer, saying religion is not at all important to them. This includes all the European countries surveyed, as well as Australia and Canada. In a few countries, however, about half or more of nuns say religion is either somewhat or very important in their lives. This is the case in Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and South Africa, possibly reflecting the prevalence in these countries of traditional African, Afro-Caribbean, or indigenous and Indian religious beliefs and practices, even among people who don't identify with any religion. Nuns who say religion is not at all important in their lives are much less likely than other nuns to hold the various spiritual and religious beliefs we asked about in this survey, sometimes by very wide margins. For example, in all 15 countries with enough nuns in both groups to allow reliable comparisons, nuns who say religion is not at all important are less likely to believe in God than nuns who ascribe at least some importance to religion. I'm not going to read that. Many nuns express negative views about religions. I'll read it. How do nuns view religion's impact on society? Many nuns express negative views about religion's influence on society. For instance, in 12 of the 22 countries studied here, religiously unaffiliated adults are more likely to say religion encourages intolerance than to say it encourages tolerance. In Germany, nearly 3/4 of nuns say religion encourages intolerance, compared with 1/4 who say it encourages tolerance. Likewise, in every country with enough religiously unaffiliated adults to analyze, at least half of nuns say that religion encourages superstitious thinking. We also asked survey respondents whether religion mostly helps or mostly hurts society. Across the country surveyed, a median of 53% say religion mostly hurts society, while a median of 38% say it mostly helps. The view of nuns toward religion are generally a lot more negative than the corresponding views of people who identify with a religion. In Australia, for example, 76% of nuns say religion encourages intolerance, compared with 35% of religiously affiliated Australians. Moreover, majorities of nuns in nearly every country we analyzed do not think it is important for their national leader to have strong religious beliefs. In the UK, for instance, 86% of religiously unaffiliated adults say it is not important to have a prime minister who has strong religious beliefs, including 71% of British nuns who say this is not at all important for a prime minister. Okay, yeah, this is a long report. I will read this upon popular demand. What? Oh, there was... Okay. Okay, from NPR's John Ruwitch. Titled, "The U.S. government is taking a stake in Intel. It's rare and it has some risks." In the capitalist American economy, markets pick winners, and the federal government typically stays out of the way of business. But during times of crisis or war, the government has occasionally felt the need to step in. During World War I and II, it seized rail and telegraph networks and nationalized industries like coal mining, when strikes threatened the war effort. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corps, established in the wake of the Great Depression, has since taken over and wound down, failing American banks with an eye towards protecting depositors and keeping the economy stable. And when companies deemed too big to fail, including insurer AIG and automakers Chrysler and General Motors, teetered on the brink of collapse during the great financial crisis of 2007-09, the government took ownership stakes in them to help prop them up. What was the last hard platinum you got? Finally. I don't have to read these. Last hard platinum I got. A world-class platinum trophy. The finals. This took 300 hours for me. Yeah, this was at least 300 hours of gameplay to get this platinum trophy. You could say that was my last hard platinum trophy. When the trophy hunting streams are back, they're back. They're just unlisted. Well, they've been back since February 2022. I just unlist them. But also, a lot of the games I play now are single-player, story-driven games. And, you know, I've seen this with other streamer friends that, you know, they just can't help but spoil when they're in chat. Or you know what, maybe I could bring them back publicly. Or actually, the only reason why I don't stream publicly often, it's because, in my opinion, I've seen that public viewership on my channel is relatively inconsistent. And when I stream publicly, that means I have to broadcast to I have to assume I'm a one-man party. Most of my trophy hunting is generally during leisure time, and I go on, you know, Discord or whatever, and, you know, I chat it up with some friends who aren't as streamer savvy as me, and they will say things that they absolutely don't want in the public domain, and I can respect that. But if there is demand for public streaming, name a game, and I'll think about it. Last hard platinum, but to reiterate, probably the finals. Call of Duty Vanguard, Demon Souls was tedious, but I got through it. It was only tedious because I was so, let me see if I'm using this word, stringent? I was so stringent on not using save scums. You got the DMC 5 plat, it was so hard. I can imagine. Let's look at the DMC Devil May Cry 5 Platinum Trophy. What's the plat? Yeah, 2.5%. You're kidding me? What's the one on PS4? I bet it's... Oh, it's the same. Why is this oily? It was really hard. What was the hardest part of that platinum trophy? Probably... Actually, I've seen this trophy list a few times. What the flip? Wow. This is really hard. And I thought the first Devil May Cry was difficult. Well, it was only 30 hours, but it was also over COVID, and I didn't have anything else to put my attention to. Let's look at the first Devil May Cry game. I got this in 2020. Yeah. This was 2 days before the 2020-2021 academic school year began. This was hard. 8 out of 10, right? Yeah, 8 out of 10 according to this trophy guide. Dante Must Die. I mean, deserves a 10 out of 10, not an 8 out of 10. Let's look at it again. Devil May Cry 5. "41 comments. Nice job, dude. Should that be a 9 or 10? No. Is on par with Super Meat Boy, no question. Yeah, all these you basically have some miniature no death runs here. Dante Must Die. In this mode, all of the enemies, bosses, and you will die in one hit. Whoa, what? That's... Oh, okay. All the enemies have the same... Son of Sparta is 400% health and damage. %800 health and damage. Oh, I see. Which do you think is harder? No, never mind. Yeah, one-hit runs. Maybe I could make this a Big 10 too. DMC5 way harder than Wolfenstein 2 for you? I don't really know how... Poth. I already see crossover. We'll make that a Big 10 2 when push comes to shove, yeah? Big 10 2. That will be Platinum Trophies number 191 to 200. What else can I comment on my trophy hunting career? Wuthering Waves, Persona 5 Royale, That plat's insane, LOL. Might not be harder than Super Meat Boy, but is tough. LOL. I mean, all three of those games you've listed are, you know, crazy trophy hunts. They are crazy. They're world-class trophy hunts. I guess if that's the way to call them. I don't know. P5R. Vanguard. Demon Souls, Split Fiction... If you have a friend, this is a cakewalk. Cold War... Wuthering Waves is a very long trophy. I think I've put in at least 100 hours into this game. Maybe not. I don't know. I should put more. But Wuthering Waves. You did Super Meat Boy, you can do any plat, except Crypt of the Necrodancer. Except Crypt of the Necrodancer. Which platinum trophies have I avoided? Well, you have the obvious server shutdown platinum trophies. Overwatch 2... Actually, the only reason I quit this is that they don't have loot boxes anymore. Notice this guide is undergoing a massive rework per the Overwatch 2 transition. Please be patient as we work to rewrite the whole thing. A link to Overwatch 2. Okay, I don't. No. No, the cosmetics, you're supposed to get cosmetics in this thing, and I... Decked out. Collect 50 unlocks for a single hero. Rigged. Although I did pay for a membership for DC Universe Online, so I guess it's a little hypocritical. But let's see. Decked out. Decked out has become significantly more annoying to achieve for newer players with the introduction of the free-to-play model in Overwatch 2. Only way to unlock XCOM 2 might be your 100th platinum. Is your profile public on PSN profiles? I could talk about trophy hunting. Well, I guess. I mean, I guess I could talk about it all the livelong day. There's not really I don't know. I guess I could talk about it, but you know, for me to talk about something on end, it's got to be. And then, well, I guess trophy hunting could also move into game reviews. What is your PSN profile? Decked out, collect 50 unlocks for a single hero. This trophy has to be hero specific, several months or a year ahead of you. Sprays and voice lines. Decked out. Lee. Let's check it out. Let's update. Let's check this out. Vanquish. Oh yeah, you told me that last thing is a gold trophy, right? Yeah, tactical challenger. Good luck. I wish the Five Nights at Freddy's games had platinum trophies, except security breach and whatever. But let's start from the beginning. Oh man, this is a very new account. Whoa, 2023, eh? Okay, this is a very new account. Until Dawn, that's a story game. I guess it's the first plat. We are not horses, we are human, and humans are... That sounds like a quote. Astro's Playroom. Where is Astro's Playroom? Trophy cabinet, DMC 5. Nice. You should put these two... Have more people gotten the new Colossus? Oh, they absolutely did. Squid Game. Squid Game? Let's keep going. The Quarry, that's a story game. I want to play more story games. Ones where I can just turn off and just enjoy the story. Far Cry 3. That was my first Platinum Trophy with the Elgato capture card. Let's see. Outlast 2 is statistically your rarest Platinum Trophy. I cannot bring myself to finish a horror game, let alone get the Platinum Trophy. Okay. Oh, and I just totally glossed over Ragnarok. Ragnarok, Outlast 2, Wolfenstein: The New Order. Very nice. Ghost of Tsushima. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. My friend owns this. I want to play this. I want to play this too. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Resident Evil. Nice. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Got more hard platinums incoming. Okay. If you say so. I remember, I think we're both familiar with the channel Nick AR. I think after, what was it called? The Splasher Platinum Trophy, is that right? Splasher? That Super Meat Boy thing where you have a... whatever, I don't know. He just said, oh, no more hard platinum trophies ever again. That's what he said. Let's see. Evil Within, Outlast... the Callisto Protocol. Okay. Evil Within. I've heard and read that some people don't like the first Evil Within game. Or was it the second one? I don't know. Dead Space. I'm starting to see a theme here. Outlast 2. Resident Evil 7. Outlast, The Evil Within 2. Callisto Protocol. Evil Within. Dead Space. Alien Isolation. Wow. Wow. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Oh, I could have collected the platinum trophies for Youngblood and the Old Blood, but I mistakenly bought 1 and 2 as a package instead of the whole thing. And it was only a few cents cheaper at that time. That was one of the biggest purchase flops I've ever done. Seriously. I could have bought all 4 Wolfenstein games at once for $11. But it was too late. It was only after I bought 1 and 2 together that I realized that there was a deal for all 4 games. Or that I found that there was a deal for all 4 games. Umbrella wasn't great. Evil Within? What's that about? Oh, I should mention rest in peace Stream East. Shoot, can't watch the WNBA anymore. Let's do IGN. Just the summary. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is if you see the trophy guide. Well, they gotta put a platinum trophy on that game so I can... Is it now? 12 comments? I don't know. You tampered. Complete the custom night with all... That's 1020 mode. That's 1020. Good luck. Absolutely perfect in every single aspect of your gameplay. Well, I mean... DJ Sturf. Okay, cool. They did it after... They patched the game after 2 years of being bugged on the North American release. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would go for the Platinum Trophy for this game, if they had one. But I don't know why they didn't. They have one for Security Breach. But maybe it's just me, I don't know. It was the hardest thing you've done ever? 1020 mode on Five Nights at Freddy's 2? How intuitive are the controls on PlayStation 5 Nights at Freddy's? Because you can just do... You can use your mouse and whatever. You can turn the mask on and off, your keyboard for the flashlights and whatever, and then pull up the camera and wind up the music box and whatever. Let's keep going. I like looking at other people's trophy lists. Youngblood, okay, yeah. Marvel Spider-Man 2, I've yet to play that. Old Blood, nice. Mafia 2, I own the Mafia trilogy, still haven't gotten to it. Maybe I'll hold off on the PlayStation Plus subscription until I get through the games I paid for first. Man, that backlog is 4 years long. Let me look at my actually, let me get my phone or my iPad. Can I look at my PlayStation purchase history on my iPad? If I go to shop, transaction history. Yes, I can. Okay, I gotta sign in to proceed. 4 weeks it took you to use a controller. Wow. And how much of the 1020 mode is luck? Or is it really a majority I don't know, man. Maybe, yeah, I guess... I don't know. We're gonna sign in, because Sony the GOAT. What? What? I'm confused. PS5 547 last online 1 day ago. That's impossible because that's PS5 547 in a case with the sticky note that says $300 on it. 80% luck, 10% skills. What is the other 10%? Sanity? Okay, we are going to confirm that. And now I get to look at my transaction history. I'm curious too. What does my transaction history look? Oh, no, we're not ending, we're not ending. I'll get beat for you, my brother? What does that mean? Why do you want to get beat? I want to quit so bad. LOL, you don't understand. I definitely... I've definitely have cowered from the 1020 mode in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That's for sure. Man, when was the last time... No, I have bought a game in recent memory. What am I saying? Oh, I bought Anthem for $1.79 when it was 97% off. And then 4 days later, I bought Super Meat Boy for $3. Let's see. What was the last game... What was the earliest game I bought and haven't played? Okay, I'm just checking. Wow, this goes back far. Okay, let's see. Kingdom Hearts, finished that. Sleeping Dogs, finished that. The Surge, finished that. Watch Dogs Legion, I finished the PS4 version of that game. %5 luck, 50% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. 5% pleasure, 15% pain, 100... Who said that? Fort Miners, remember the name. See, that reads like a copy pasta until you realize it's a song. What else? Agents of Mayhem, that trophy's impossible. Final Fantasy 15 did that. Far Cry 3 did that. Saints... Whoa! That's crazy. Look at that. All the way dating back to June of 2021. Saints Row. I even have the Mafia trilogy. I bought those games and I haven't played them yet. Yikes. I need to get my money's worth ASAP. Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Immortals Phoenix Rising. Man, why did I flip in... No, I started Persona 5 Royale because I liked the original game, and I just wanted to see when I wanted to see, what was I gonna say? I wanted to see how they expanded on the original game. People tell me there's another semester in Persona 5. It's in Persona 5 Royale, and I'm thinking, after how Persona 5 ended, how do you top that? So that's why I played Persona 5 Royale. One of the few games that I wanted to play for the sake of playing it. And then, you know, Platinum Trophy's a bonus. You know what I mean? Mafia 2. You got Control. Okay, Control. I've been wanting to play this for some time. Horizon Zero Dawn. Nice. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, I think a day or two after Horizon Forbidden West was announced. So I thought, yeah, inspiration. Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4. What is Madison? Mad Sun? A horror game with puzzles. That's all I need to know. You seem to be a fan of the horror genre. What else we got here? You're a very, very active trophy hunter. Man, my record for a calendar year of trophy hunting is only in the 20s. Well, comparatively in the 20s. Madison, Call of the Sea. Also sounds familiar. What is Call of the Sea? "1930 South Pacific. Welcome to an adventure to explore a mysterious but fascinating island. Solve some puzzles, discover and unlock secrets, and above all that, find your missing husband and his expedition crew." Call of the Sea. Puzzles. Interesting. Okay. I see a few trophies here I would like to inquire about. Resident Evil Village, Plague Tale Requiem, Gotham Knights. What is your take on Gotham Knights? I've been wanting to play this ever this came out. I was on my chill platinum at the time. Hey, I'd chill if I had a... I mean, I would chill too if I completed games like I mean, all these horror games, but that's personal preference. I mean, I'd be shook. Actual nightmares in my sleep. Opinion on Gotham Knights? What's your opinion on Gotham Knights? Tilu Part 2? I mean, I know people hated that, but it trash, LOL. Okay. Alright, man. Man, even though, I mean, I grew up on the Arkham games. Well, grew up as in it started Halloween of 2020, or excuse me, Halloween of 2013. That's when I quote-unquote grew up on the Arkham games. Batman Arkham Origins was my first Arkham game. And I wanted to see if Gotham Knights, you know, whatever. Lies of P, Last of Us Part 1, Modern Warfare with the... I don't think there are multiplayer trophies for this, right? Mayo Trilogy Fire, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep. My Name is Mayo 1 and 2. Platinum in 1 hour, 41 minutes. My Name is Mayo 2, 42 minutes, 19 seconds. Wow. 94%. Who's the 5.63% that didn't finish this game? Did they not want to tap 10,000 times? Don't roast me, lol. Oh no, I'm guilty of these absolute flippin' these trash platinum trophies too. My early career, right? This is when I wanted to get. This is my platinum factory run. Let's see. I also have My Name is Mayo. This is pure shovelware. This is a game called Energy Cycle. Pure shovelware. So easy. 94%. I think that's my last. Should add me. I added you. Oh, yeah. I'll do that right now. Fellow trophy hunters flock together. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Is he online? He is online. Oh, you got Clem and Lee. Energy Cycle, last shovelware platinum trophy. Right? That was the last ever uber easy platinum trophy. As in it's in a bottom class of its own. Some people might consider Astro's Playroom or whatever. I mean, that's a beginner's platinum trophy, but flippin' Energy Cycle is a trophy hunting deep cut. You gotta be some, I don't know, man. Yep, that was the last easy platinum trophy I ever got. And even then, you have time trials in Astro's Playroom. That gave me a run for my money. Next. Batman Arkham Asylum. Return to Arkham Asylum for the PS4. God of War Ragnarok for the PS4. I mean... Ah, yeah, you have the PS5. I already saw that. PC trophies. I wonder how those work. How do PC... PSN Profiles advertises PC as a platform. So, how does that work? Can you get trophies on the PC? Let me search that up. Can you get PlayStation trophies on the PC? PlayStation PC overlay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess there's a PlayStation overlay feature. You got Crash 4 and Super Meat Boy? Yeah. Yeah. 2 hard platformers in my collection. Far Cry 4. Nice. Elden Ring. Very nice. Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. Nice. Another Evil Within for the PS3. Okay. Is this your first doubled up platinum trophy? Let me see. It might be. That's the mark of a trophy hunter right there. Dead Space 2. Ah, here we go. My Name is Mayo 3. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I mean, I guess. Yeah, this came out in 2020. But graphically, what are the differences? Part 2 Remastered and Part 2. I mean, it's almost like the Batman Arkham remasters. Nah, I don't know. Sekiro? Oh, you auto-popped this joint? Platinum in 24 seconds. Oh, I didn't even see the... Yeah. The Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope. There's a Man of Medan, right? Why is Ashley Tisdale on my screen? Oh. Little Hope, Man of Medan. Ah, I see. I know. You're gonna... SS Urang Medan. Bahasa Indonesia, yeah. A lot of Wikipedia articles about Indonesia read like they were written by Indonesians. Because it's that country pride. I wasn't playing that again, LOL for Plat. Last of Us Part 2. Reported ghost ship and urban legends of the 1940s. Okay, cool. Whatever. Demon Souls. 1 week, 1 day. Nice. Dark Souls 2. Here we go. Security breach. You gotta get on that. Unless you have, and I just missed it. Okay. Security breach. We gotta get you on security breach. Alan Wake. 2 days? Demon Souls Cake. Yeah, it is. It is the shortest. I think it's the shortest. Well, on paper, it's the shortest Souls game I've played. But because I'm so stingy about save scum, I made it longer on my own accord. Pause. Let's see. Alan Wake, Dark Souls Remastered, The Walking Dead. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. I remember this game. I think, what, Game Awards or something? Yeah, cool. Callisto Protocol for the PS4. Bloodborne. Walking Dead Season 2. Dark Souls 3. Thymesia? What is this? Souls-like? I don't know. Let me Google Translate this real quick.
Thymesia.
Thymesia. What is that? Thymesia. You have it's interesting. You can catalog your trophy hunting career in phases almost. You got the horror. Well, this was the gotta get back to my backlog, LOL. Yeah. Every trophy hunter wants to clear their backlog. Myself included. I still got the specter of Wuthering Waves over me. What else? Liza P. Infamous Second Son. This was my first ever platinum trophy. You should try it. Another Crab's Treasure. This is another... This is one of those goofy Souls-likes, right? Yeah. Dark Souls but crab. Forspoken, 7%. I'm sure other trophy hunters and gamers have the same sentiment. 7% on Forspoken. Let's sort by date, right? So you played this for 4 hours and then dropped it. Yeah, that sounds like the Forspoken experience, but I don't know anything. Opinions on it? I mean, Elden Ring for the PS4? Man, you went through the whole ringer again. Ah, shoot. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you 100%ed this. Not just plat, you 100%ed this. Yeah, LOL, I wasn't feeling it, yeah. Those one-off flings. What else? Astros play. Oh, there's the Astros play. Wait, hold on. It's telling me that Astros Playroom is your first trophy, but it's all the way up here. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, today, 6th of September 2024, it's the first anniversary of your Tomb Raider Definitive Edition Platinum Trophy. Congratulations. Next, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I heard there are some Souls-like elements to the Star Wars Jedi series. But opinions on that? BioShock, a day, 10 hours. BioShock Infinite. DMC5 doubled. Jedi 2 boring. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing DMC5 here twice. And this one... Is there auto pop here? Is this an auto pop situation? Because, shoot, it's crazy. DMC5 a year, 3 weeks, and then a week a day. Resident Evil 2, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. As it looks like the Resident Evil Gauntlet. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 3. No auto pop. But shoot, you did this whole gauntlet again in 8 days. Wow. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Opinions on Assassin's Creed Mirage. What's your opinion of the... Oh, I forgot Shadows was out. But one of the new Assassin's Creed games. Then you have Detroit. Detroit Become Human. Another Dark Pictures anthology game. Dead Island 2. Okay. Black Myth Wukong. Yep. My first Assassin's Creed plat. It was fun. Do you have more after this? You should. Maybe you would take a liking. Well, actually, it is the second most modern Assassin's Creed game. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you could get into Shadows. Valhalla. Now, Valhalla is a really long platinum trophy, I heard. Detroit Become Human. Okay. Detroit Become Human. Story-based game. Really like that game, too. The Devil in Me. Have I seen this? No. No, never mind. Stellar Blade. GTA 5. Okay, GTA 5. Yeah, this also took me, what, 200 or some odd hours to finish? A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead? What? I've heard of this game. What is this game? Silence is the key to survival. Is this just an adventure game? Survival horror? Okay. Very thematic. Alan Wake 2. New Year Platinum Trophy. Nice. Miles Morales. You're closing out on that, Spider-Man. I guess you could call it a trilogy. Resident Evil 6. Wolfenstein 2. The New Colossus German. I remember the German version of Wolfenstein, of Wolfenstein has a different symbol for the Iron Cross or the Nazi insignia. I forgot what it was. Wolfenstein 2 Germany. Yeah, it's a different logo. Yeah, bro, it was based on a movie. Yeah, A Quiet Place. I watched the second one in theaters. That was 4 years ago. Yeah, 4.25 years ago. Uncharted 4 Thief's End. Okay. Resident Evil Village. Alan Wake. The original, right? Yeah. Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. The original Batman Arkham Asylum. I see the original Dead Space and the original Dark Souls here. You 100%ed Batman Arkham City. I have yet to do this. Alien Isolation. Wolfenstein The New Order. Batman Arkham Knight. 100%ed. 100%ed in 3 weeks. What was my 100% of Batman Arkham Knight? It must have been years. It was definitely years. 8 years, 1 month. Completed 100%. I am bread. I heard this platinum trophy was OD. Yeah. Non-kind. Nobody ever says nan. Brilliant. Night DLC is painful. Yeah, you gotta do all these Batmobile stuff. 3 stars, whatever. I mean, this was back when I played Batman Arkham Knight for leisure and I didn't become a full-on trophy hunter. Doom. Nice. Inotria, The Last Song. This also sounds like a yeah, this looks like a Souls-like. That on my list of hard platinums. Hard 100%s too, it looks like. Less than 1% of people. New Colossus. Oh, interesting. Wait. You played the German one before the North American one. Metro Exodus. Siberia, The World Before. Also sounds like... No, probably not. Hold on. What type of game is this? Graphic adventure video game. So not a Souls-like. And Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage. Now we're getting into uncharted territory here. A spiritual successor to the Life is Strange franchise. Interesting. Okay, yeah, spiritual successor, which means it's not part of the... Yeah, okay, interesting. What else? Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Based on the taped... Oh, I heard this game was... this game, I heard, didn't receive favorable reviews. Vanquish Plat should be a week. LOL Challenge 6 a nightmare. Okay. We're getting to Vanquish. That'll be your cornerstone. Alone in the Dark? What's this? Alone in the Dark game. Another survival horror game. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Get out of here. BioShock 2, DMC 3. Did I see Devil May Cry anywhere else? I don't remember that. But DMC 3? Okay. Vikings, Wolves of Midgard? Welcome to an action-packed RPG game based on Norse mythology. The gameplay is similar to Diablo and offers a wide variety of weapons and classes to choose from. Back for Blood. Okay. Cuphead. Cuphead. Cyberpunk 2077. I remember back in 2020, the year of the PS5 launch, I said, oh, I'm going to have such a hard time with school with all these games releasing in the PS5 or whatever. And that was me assuming I could get it on launch day. I mean, I still struggled with school, but... You had to beat the game without dying. I know I can do it. I just left it. Okay. Okay. Well, there's a lot of really cool experiences you have left. I Am Bread. That's gonna be fun. You got Batman Arkham City for the PS4. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. How hard is this one, according to the guy? 8 out of 10. No tampering. And Vanquish. 93! Whoa! And 4,880... Where's my flippin'... Oh, I can compare? Oh, very cool. Is this the only overlap we have? I don't think the 8 out of 10 is right. 6 out of 10. That's what I heard from... Yeah, that's what I heard. We only have 16 games in common. Far Cry 3, Wolfenstein, Horizon Zero Dawn. My name's Mayo. Arkham Asylum for the PS4. Elden Ring, Demon Souls, Dark Souls Remastered, Infamous Second Son. The player... Oh, you did the time trials. Oh. Or Special Bot. Yeah. This is DLC? Interesting. Detroit, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, all the Arkham games except Origins, because multiplayer. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. You 100% of this one too. I know you got to do some of these on Mein Leben, right? Beat the Adventures of Gunslinger Joe on Mein Leben difficulty. And this one too? Yep. The Diaries of Agent Silent Death on Mein Leben difficulty. The Deeds of Captain Wilkins on Mein Leben difficulty. Chill. You have one more completed game than me. Joe Slinger DLC is the hardest. Level history. Whoa, it looks like a logarithmic curve. What was your most recent trophy? A Heartbreaker and Life Taker. Still grinding out those things. What about the most recent trophy on my end? Dart Slinger? Am I the most recent Persona 5? Okay, not really, but... Let's see. DC Universe Online. Do people still get those trophies? Where is it? Can I sing the ink spots to you? What is that? What is the ink spots? Who's the last person? How often do you... Yeah, people don't like this game. People don't want... This slowly becomes... This inches closer to my rarest platinum trophy on PSN profiles. Oh, he's serenading me. My echo, my shadow, and me. Wow. I mean, this is a... How long has it been? 2016. This is a 9-year trophy hunting journey. And you did all that in 2 years. Latest platinum is Arkham City. I didn't even see that. Interesting, interesting. Just put Outlast 2 in your cabinet. Thanks for the list review. I will have more platinum soon. Ooh, everything I have is you. It's putting extra emphasis on the things. Right. So I'm gonna grab my phone now. Well, actually, we'll skim. Let's skim the other articles I didn't get to look at yet. Intel. Yep, Intel, whatever. Chip making. Reduce risks posed by foreign-made chips. Cuphead plat very tough. Get that next. Get that one next. Intel, whatever. Israel on... I was going to read this, but I think you guys already know the deal. Yeah, let's do our 10 swipes challenge. Let me get... It's not even a challenge. Whoa, hold on. Alright, here we go. You guys ready for the TikTok 10 swipes? Deadbolt is next? What is Deadbolt? Actually, before I... Deadbolt. Game. Side-scrolling stealth action video game. You know what? I need to expand my horizons. Alright. First one. I don't know if I'm going to finish Cuphead. Soon. Nah, just do your, I think you got that timing down. Here's the first video. Flashes you, so you emote to show your appreciation. Swipe 1. What is bro's nightlight? Swipe 2. Doesn't count. This is live. Swipe 2. Doesn't... What the flip? TikTok shop? Swipe 2? What is that? Swipe 3. Doesn't count. Derek White drafts his Spindrift starting lineup. Is this public? If it's not a friends only TikTok, I'm gonna show it. Is this friends only? How do you... I don't even know how to do that. Anyway, swipe 3. Swipe 4. What the flip is this? Swipe 5. This is Domino's, doesn't count. Swipe 6. Abandoned places in the U.S. Man. If you lose your kind tenderness, I won't know what to do. Keep them coming. Let's see if you can recite to me all this before the... Okay, whatever. What number is this? 4? 4. We'll just say 4. 5. Being deported with $95,000 of student loan and $200,000 of credit debt? Thank you, America. Number 6. Doesn't count. This is TikTok Live Labubu nonsense. I already saw this. Wait, no I didn't. It's okay, number 6. Abandoned places and it's flippin' Maine again. Maine? Number 7. Worst school in Maine? Yarmouth High School. Lewiston? Man, I'm talking about Lewiston. Number 8 doesn't count. It's Jake from State Farm. Number 8, New England College Athletics. Number 9. You don't want to search any of these up. It will be bad. I only go through number 1. Ethiopia. Was that number 9? That was number 9. And the 10th swipe. Doesn't count. It's Amazon.
Do you know more about common sense or things that you should never look up if you're around people? Let's find out
Things you...
today and send this video to someone that you really want to have a baby with. First question, what color is grass?
Green.
If you said green, then you're correct. Question 2, how many genders are there?
I know what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying to do. Guys, let's get to the post podcast freestyle. What? Okay. All right, what do we talk about? Still need to clear my backlog from 2021. How many hours until Wuthering Waves is done? Deegs and Dr. Tulung. Whatever happens. Don't protect Roblox predators who try to catfish. Immortalized. Thanks for watching. See you next time.